Hello and welcome to Byju's Exam Prep IAS. I welcome you all to today's daily quiz video. Before we begin with the questions, a couple of important announcements. As you know, Byju's Exam Prep IAS UPSC Monthly Current Affair magazine is out. It's now in an all new avatar and it is much more comprehensive and holistic. This will give you one single place of covering current affairs from 6 different sources: The Hindu, Indian Express, Kurukshetra, Yojana, Down to Earth, and Science Reporter. All the current affairs from 6 sources have been covered in this one magazine. You can download this free of cost. The link to download is given in the description of the video. Do download it right away. Secondly, this Saturday we have an extremely important workshop for all of you. It will be live exclusively on the Byju's Exam Prep app on 15th of October, that is Saturday at 6 pm. In this workshop, we will be discussing 6 most important steps that all of you need to follow in order to succeed in the UPSC Civil Service Examination. Do register for this workshop by clicking on the link given in the description of the video. Now let's begin with the first question. The recently announced PM Divine, that is DEVINE scheme, focuses on: number one, offering free pilgrimage to senior citizens; second, revamping of religious sites in a depleted condition; third, development of northeast part of India; fourth, revamping of the educational curriculum followed at madrasas. The correct answer here is C. This is actually a scheme that was announced by the government of India in the budget, that is the PM Divine. This stands for Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast Region. As I said, this was announced earlier this year in the Union Budget. This is in the news now because now this has been given an official go ahead by the cabinet as well. The scheme will be operational for the remaining 4 years of the 15th Finance Commission, that is till the financial year 2025-26, and it has been given an allocation of 6,600 crore rupees, which will be used for the development activities in the northeast part of India. It is a central sector scheme which will have 100% central government funding. It will be implemented by the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region through the Northeastern Council or the central ministries or agencies. Next, question number 2. Consider the following statements with regards to Living Planet report published by the World Wildlife Fund. Number 1. There has been a 69% decline in the wildlife population from 1970 to 2018. Second, the IUCN Red List shows cycads, an ancient group of seed plants, are the most threatened species. Third, land use change is considered as one of the biggest threats to nature. Which of these given statements is or are correct? The correct answer is D. All these 3 given statements are correct as per the report. Land use change means, for example, if there is a land on which forest has existed for many decades and centuries, now all of a sudden you cut down the forest and use that land for industrial purposes. That is a prime example of land use change. This is a major threat to our nature. The first and the second statements are also correct. This is the article in the Indian Express newspaper today, which says there has been a 69% average decline in wildlife population from 1970 to 2018. The highest decline has been seen in Latin America and the Caribbean region. For India specifically, the worrying thing is there has been a 137-kilometer long erosion of Sundarbans mangroves since 1985. The article tells you around the world, the main drivers of wildlife population decline are habitat degradation and loss, exploitation, introduction of invasive species, pollution, etc., while land use change is still the biggest current threat to nature. It also says that the cycads are the most threatened species, while corals are declining the fastest, followed by the amphibians. Next, question number 3. Consider the following statements with regards to the DART mission. Number 1. The DART mission was launched from a NASA rocket. Second, this is the first time that humans have been able to intentionally change the motion of a celestial object. Third, Dimorphos asteroid was targeted since there was a possibility of this asteroid hitting the Earth. Which of these given statements is or are correct? Now this is a slightly tricky question. The correct answer here is 2 only, that is C. The first statement is wrong because it was actually launched from a SpaceX rocket. This was a NASA mission, but it was launched from a SpaceX rocket. Third statement also is wrong this asteroid was not hitting the Earth. It was not coming on the way of the Earth. This was just an experiment so that in the future, if there is an asteroid that is coming towards the Earth, we should be able to change its motion. But this particular asteroid was not coming towards the Earth. Thus, out of the given three statements, only the second one is correct. The reason why we are discussing this is NASA has announced that this project, that is the mission DART, is now officially a success. They have confirmed that yes, we have been able to change the direction of motion of Dimorphos asteroid. They were able to push it towards its parent asteroid, that is Didymos, which is 780 meters in size. This is the first time that humans have been able to intentionally change the motion of a celestial object. Next, question number 4. Consider the following statements with regards to the Committee of Parliament on Official Language. Number 1. Section 4 of the Official Languages Act 1963 says that there shall be constituted a committee on official language on a resolution to that effect being moved in either house of parliament with the previous sanction of the president and passed by both houses. Second, the committee is chaired by the Union Home Minister and has 21 members. Third, unlike the other parliamentary panels, the Committee of Parliament on Official Language is constituted by the Home Ministry and it does not submit its report to the Parliament. Which of these given statements is or are correct? The correct answer is C. First statement is correct. It is a part of the Official Languages Act of 1963. Third is also correct because this committee actually submits its report to the President of India and not to the Parliament. The President then lays down the report to the Parliament. The second statement, however, is wrong because the committee actually has a total of 30 members. It is chaired by the Union Home Minister, but it has a total of 30 members and not 21. That is why the answer here would be C. The reason why we are discussing this question is because recently the report of the Official Language Committee headed by the Union Home Minister was submitted to the President. Now, this has angered leaders from non-Hindi speaking states such as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and Kerala, who have described the report as an attempt by the union government to impose Hindi on the non-Hindi speaking states. As you know, this is an old debate ever since India became independent, where the non-Hindi speaking states have been alleging that the union government, all the Hindi speaking states, are trying to impose Hindi language on them. The article tells you that the committee has 30 members, 20 from the Lok Sabha and 10 from the Rajya Sabha. Next is the previous year question from 2011. Which one of the following observations is not true about the Quit India movement of 1942? It was a non-violent movement. It was led by Mahatma Gandhi. It was a spontaneous movement. It did not attract the labor class in general. Which of these is not true? The correct answer here is D. That is, the statement that says it was led by Mahatma Gandhi is actually untrue. Because as soon as this movement was announced by the Congress party, the British had actually arrested most of the major Congress leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi. That is why it was one of those freedom struggle movements that was actually not led by Mahatma Gandhi. In fact, this movement was actually led by second string young leaders such as Jayaprakash Narayan, Ram Manohar Lohia and the common public at large. That is why second statement was not correct. Next, we have a fact of the day, and today we will be discussing about the red corner notice of the Interpol. The reason why this is in the news is that Interpol recently rejected a request by the government of India to issue a red corner notice against Gurpatwant Singh Panun, who is a Canada-based founder and the legal advisor of the pro-Khalistan outfit called the Sikhs for Justice. This is an outfit that is based out of Canada and has been demanding separation of a separate country altogether for the Sikhs called Khalistan. The government of India has recognized this person as a terrorist and wants Interpol to issue a red corner notice against him so that he can be caught, but the Interpol did not do that. Interpol said that India has not given enough information to support its case and that laws such as UAPA have been misused by the government of India. Interpol, as you know, is an international criminal police organization, which is an intergovernment organization which helps the police forces across the world in catching criminals who are running away from their country. They issue multiple types of notices to catch people around the world. One of them is called a red corner notice. When a criminal or a suspect tries to flee to the other country to evade facing justice, this is when the red corner notice is issued to alert the police forces across the world about this person internationally. This contains information that would help identify the people, such as their names, date of birth, nationality, physical attributes, fingerprints if they are available, etc. Now remember, this red corner notice is only an international wanted persons notice. This is not an arrest warrant, meaning that the Interpol will not arrest the person, they will just inform the authorities of that specific country that this person has now been taken into custody and you can now come and take the proceedings forward, but the person will not be arrested by the other country's police. That is how the red corner notice works. This is it for today's daily quiz video. Have a good day ahead.